Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are in the war room. This is like the big round table with all the generals right now. Okay, let's get into this. At 10 minutes till 1 a.m. last night, I texted someone that I had been thinking about them. Here's the exact quote. I said, "You've been on my mind lately, and I'm wondering if you would like to catch up sometime." What? No. I wouldn't know, though. It is now 6 p.m. the next day, and I have no response. You can bet that... Okay, this is my thinking. If I don't do something, I'm not going to get a response. Ever. So, do I not do something? Well, I don't know. Because it's like... no response doesn't really give me a whole lot. Like, I want to know... I don't know what to do here. I have no idea what to do here. I think maybe the right idea is just to be like... What? I don't think he is. But if he's... yeah, I don't know. Maybe what I should do is say... like, no pressure, Bojangles on me. Like, no pressure, question mark. My phone's at 1%. I'm just going to die again. Where is a charger? Evidently not on this desk. Oh. Got one. I hope this doesn't mess up the recording. No pressure. Bojangles on me. So now, okay, I've written out a text now. I'm going to talk for a bit longer, and we'll see if I need to not send, rewrite, send something different, or send this exact text. I said, no pressure, and I'm talking like we're going to talk about this, we're probably going to talk about something else, we're probably going to talk about something else, and then at the end of the hour, I think I'll probably make my decision. When did I start recording this? Yikes. Has it been 5 minutes? We can say I started at 6. So at 7, I'll cut her off. Yeah, no pressure. So I've got no response. So I'm thinking of the text, no pressure, period. Bojangles, question mark, on me, question mark. I wrote, I would just really like to see you. I'm going to get rid of the just, and I'm just going to say, I would really like to see you. I'm going to get rid of no pressure also. And Bojangles as the place is subject to change because I know a long time ago she said she liked Bojangles, but, this is like... I don't know. It's like I don't like... I don't know. I gotta be new. I gotta be new. This is new. I think this is good that I can film myself and talk about it out loud because I don't know. I just think it's good. I think most of you people would agree. I checked. I don't know if it's just because like the analytics haven't loaded yet, but like the shorts that were scheduled for today that went up with the fun facts just had like 1 and 2 views respectively. I don't think that's right. I think once the analytics load, it's only been a couple hours, and shorts are funny like that. They don't really load in, but they also didn't have too many likes, and the likes tend to load in before the views. But regardless, I'm going to schedule more shorts for tomorrow. It's never about how a short performs. It's always about how you make the next one. School. Is school for me? I'm not too sure. I don't know. Like, I really am thinking about it. And I think part of me knows, or part of me, like, wants to associate school with, like, one of my human values as, like, a person. Like, my parents went to school. My brothers go to school. My family goes to school. All the people I've been raised around and I know go to school. So it's like my brain wants to be like, you also go to school. When it comes to this thought process about this particular thing, there's lots of noise in my head, it seems. Like, my thoughts are very crowded when it comes to whether or not I'm going to begin school again in the fall. I really should find out the date for signing up for classes because I'll probably sign up regardless. And I really want to make sure that I'm one of the first to sign up and I'm on Rate My Professor and I get all the good classes and all the good places at all the good times, because that makes a difference. And at this point, every little difference counts. You know, it's like every little minute detail is important when it comes to me in school. Left work early today because, simply put, there were so many people on the clock that I decided I would clock out. Thinking about that decision, it kind of just is what it is. I'm excited to finish my Lego tonight. I think that is going to be something that I definitely do today. I thought I was going to finish it yesterday, but I didn't, and I only have a couple bags left, so I think that tonight is definitely the night that I finish my Lego. Maybe also I might see a movie. I should be done with all this by like 7 p.m. Sorry, by like 8 p.m. So I could very well finish my Lego, go to a movie, and then, get in bed without screens. Because let me tell you, back to this whole girl thing that I sent a text to. Should I send this text now? I think it's a good idea. So here's what I've got so far. I've got Bojangles ? On me ? I would really like to see you. I think I should get rid of Bojangles and on me and just send the text, I would really like to see you. Because that's sort of like texting I'm bad at. Really, really bad at. I think a lot of it stems from, I don't think I got a lot of practice. Okay. Let's back up all the way to when we all first started to get phones. I was late to the game. I think a lot of my peers found themselves on social media and with iPhones and texting rapidly, like 1 or 2 years before I did. I kind of vetoed the whole idea. I was like, I don't want this. I've heard bad things about it, and I'm just going to make the decision now to totally avoid it completely. But my parents, this is when I was starting to leave the house and do things and have fun, and my parents were like, well, you need a phone because we want to be able to reach you. So I ended up with a slide-out phone with a horizontal keyboard. I don't think I had anyone's number. I mean, I can't remember ever using it. I must not have had it for very long, but maybe it's just my usage of that is completely overshadowed by all the time I've spent with an iPhone. But obviously that didn't have social media, right? So when I do get the iPhone and I download the social media, I remember having this feeling of being like late to the party, I guess, like walking in late and everyone's like already so familiar. But then fast forward to the first time I had a girlfriend. And I remember, like, a big part of our relationship was texting one another back and forth. And I remember, like, sometimes, I don't know, it was like, went from not texting anyone really ever to, like, now there's, like, I need my phone, I need to text someone, right? And I remember feeling a little bit, like, grossed out by this dependence to my phone, right? And when that was all said and done, I think, like, I was, trying to put the pieces back together to, like, myself and who I thought I was, my identity. And part of the bricks that I laid were kind of soaked in, like, I will never text anyone like that ever again, And I think that's silly, because why would I say that? I don't know. I think when your heart's broken, you're not very rational, and you kind of do things like, if you're someone that just does things, if you have a broken heart, that trait sort of broadens, I guess, and you just sort of do things a little bit more extremely. So there lied me, who now, like, I'm not a texter, and I'm not a texter, and I, like, used to sort of, my last relationship, I kind of, like, leaned into that, and I was like, okay, just don't forget you're not a texter, right? But now I'm sort of in a place where it's like, I don't know what I am, and I might text, I might not text. It's like, I just got to take each day one at a time, like, and I think that's a better place to be in. So, yeah, that's why I don't think an older version of myself would ever send a text like this to someone like this. But it's like, I do see that this is kind of, these sort of texts in these sorts of situations, like, are real life, and, like, my peers do them. And then you never compare. Comparison's bad, but I think what I really mean by that is I'm in a place where, like, sending this text to someone that I think about in this way is okay with me. I was thinking at work today about what I do in the situation that I'm in. I woke up way late today and checked my phone, and I realized I didn't have anything back. You can never really say, I don't want to say, like, oh, I wasn't expecting to get a text back, but there is this weird, like, urge for me now, knowing I never got a text back, to say, to be like, oh yeah, I knew that this was going to happen. I knew I would. But the truth is, I didn't know. I did not know. How could I know? Because I wasn't here. I was then. And when something hasn't happened yet, you're forced to be rational and think, hey, I could get a text. I could not get a text. And either one of those scenarios have infinite branches of their own. So here I sit on my end with no text. I'm going to send this. I think it's good. I think it's good that I got rid of. I think it's good. So it started out, right, to recap, it started out as like, I was just, what did it say? It had a lot of meat. It had a lot of meat on it, but I just want to strip it down to the bones, because I like to text. Texting is fine. But, or I guess I don't like to text. I'm okay with texting. Texting is fine. The way that I do it is I like to be as brief as possible whilst communicating my message as effectively as possible. And the only reason I'm texting this girl is because I have a crush on her and she's been on my mind, right? So my first text says, "You've been on my mind lately, and I'm wondering if you'd like to catch up sometime." Because that's the truth. When someone doesn't respond to your message, it's generally not a good sign. It's not a green light, but I don't think that it's a red light in this scenario. I know that I'm a different guy. Like I think, like, I don't think many other guys like think the way I do. And there's lots of pros to the way I'm different, and there's also lots of cons to the way I'm different. Some of the pros, I think, include really being able to express myself freely. I noticed that that is something that I do very well in comparison to other guys. I think that sometimes men in particular really struggle to express themselves, and that is horrible. As a human being, you have to openly express the way that you feel always. Like, and then that's not like, you know, you speak your mind and be yourself. You know, that is what you owe the world. You have to truly be who you are. You know, like, who are you hiding yourself from? Anyway, a con of me and my difference is, in the past, I think I've got wrapped up in, like, I think I just go a little bit too far past a red light that I should have noticed, if that makes sense. But this is what I think of this moment. It's like if you play basketball and, like, you've gotten to a level where there's lots of people that come and watch you, I guess, and you miss a game-winning shot. Like, that really stings. Like, that feeling, like, that really, like, damn, like, I practiced so much, but, like, I'm just not good enough, and in the moment that mattered, everyone saw me, and I airballed that shit, right? It doesn't matter. What does matter is what you do next time you get the ball with 2 seconds left, down by 2. You know? Like, it's like you have to keep shooting. Like, you owe it to yourself and the people watching you. Like, you can't stop shooting. Like, don't be a ball hog. But, like, if the ball's in your hands and you have the shot, like, you have to be ready to shoot. And I think that, as a metaphor, I'm shooting right now. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think I'm being a ball hog. I don't think that. So I'm going to probably send this right now. I just have written, I would really like to see you. Should I say I'd like to spend time with you? No. I would really like to see you. Yeah, I don't know. So let's start. Let's focus on this, because that was a bit of an exciting motivational speech. Right? I'm gonna press send on this. Oh God, why is this so hard? Okay, I am gonna press send on this. I've decided that I'm going to press send on this message, but I want to also kind of balance out where I'm at in my head a bit. I don't know why I have to do this before I send the text. I should just press send right now. Oh God. Okay, I sent it. Okay, so I sent it. Whoa, crazy. What was I even saying? Yeah, I think I had taken my shot. Okay, that was my shot. And then I also want to say that I did not get a green light. There was not a green light at all. It was not green. I can't see the light, I guess, is the thing. So logically now, I also want to start slowing down and realizing that this might not go how maybe I hoped it might have gone, and I am going to have to take time to process that fact and think about it, because yeah, it's not like anyone like spit in my face and called me ugly, but it's also like, it's like I was saying yesterday, it's just sort of like a lonely thing, and like that's okay. It's okay. Rejection is a harsh word, but like rejection is okay. Like as a guy, I think that it's just sort of like a part of It's a part of this time in my life. And I have to sort of wrap it into my identity. How does Jack get rejected? I think it's sometimes easy to say that you do a good job with it, but I think rejection is one of those things where you really aren't the best judge of how you handle it. And with that being said, I think it's probably a good idea to take some extra precaution for the very seemingly impending and likely chance that this is one of those times where rejection is apparent. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is really make an effort after I make this stuff to finish my Lego and go to the movies, because I don't know. Why do I want to finish my Lego? Well, it takes up space. Can I talk to you about this room? I think it's too much art, not enough function. I don't have tons of tools and everything, but I do have lots of shit like decorations, and I don't think the decorations really aid what I do as much as I think I need I maybe need to take some shelves off and how do I do this? What needs to go where? I'm thinking maybe I put all of my, it's tricky because for a while now I've pictured a charging station, a docking station for all of my cameras and electronics, and maybe a world in which I use each one of my tools each day, and I still picture that world because I have these GoPros. I have a drone, but why don't you ever see GoPro footage or drone footage? I don't really know. You should. You know what I'm saying? But you don't. So what can I do to increase the chances that one day I'm you know what? I'm going to pick up the drone today and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Well, for one, I can have it charged. I can have an SD card cleared and ready within it. And with the drone in particular, I need to go sign into my account on my phone. It's kind of stupid, but with the drone, you can't actually fly it too far away with you if it's not registered. And my drone is registered. I just the app isn't installed in my phone anymore, and so it won't connect when it turns on. So big thing here. This is important. This keeping it real 1 hour every day is slowly but surely kind of becoming part of my routine, and I wanted that. I've wanted that, and I want that, right? So this thing that just happened with this girl, lots of excitement when you send one of those texts, lots of freaky outy emotion, right? And it I don't want to associate that with what this is. It's cool that it happened on this camera, and then I get to talk about it with you, but I don't want that sort of rush to be why I come and turn the camera on. I want to always come and turn the camera on regardless. And I think as long as I got to just keep that in mind, because the important thing is that I come and I turn the camera on. It's not what I say or what goes on, because that is things have always been said and things have always gone on, but I've never actually tried to do this, and I want to keep trying to do this. I don't want to fail, and the only way I'll fail is if I quit. Keeping it real started as a guest sort of thing, and I've seen the numbers drop off now that I've stopped having guests, and that is what it is. I think what I'm going to start doing is posting these. I think what I really ought to start doing is posting these on my my Instagram story, because I used to post my YouTube links on my Instagram story, and then I stopped. And I think the only reason that I stopped is just because it was more work. That's never a reason to stop something. Why? Think, Jack. Why do you think you started in the first place? Because I wanted people to watch and listen to what I had to say. So why'd you stop? Just lazy. How does that sound? Not good. Not good. The thought just creeped into my head, like, why don't I end this episode early? I don't want to end this episode early. I want to make it to that 1 hour mark. We could decide live on air what movie I go and see. I wonder if Alamo Draft House. I'm not supposed to be like on the internet searching stuff up mid episode, but Dogman, Love Hurts, 9 p.m., Hard Eyes, Mufasa, Flight Risk, Companion, 10:30, 7:30. What is Dog All Times tomorrow, today, all times? Love Hurts. What's Love Hurts? Love Hurts. Marvin is in Milwaukee, who receives a crimson envelope from Rose, a former partner in crime whom he left for dead. He now finds himself thrust back into a world of ruthless hitmen and double-cross, turn his open house into a deadly war zone, hunted by his brother, a violent crime lord. I don't know about that. What about Hard Eyes at 7 p.m.? I don't want to go at 10. I'll go at 10 p.m. Hard Eyes? What is Hard Eyes? A masked maniac. 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. A masked maniac with glowing red eyes returns every Valentine's Day to terrorize unsuspecting couples. I think that this is totally what I need to see. I'm going to buy tickets for Hard Eyes. How do I watched a really good movie yesterday. I'll pull it up and talk about it I will probably talk about this movie that I watched last night for the remainder of this episode because it was that good. It was that good. So Hard Eyes, 10 p.m. Let's buy a ticket through Fandango. I'm telling you, this movie was amazing. I told my coworker that I saw it, and he told me like a name of a movie that he thought it might be, and I said, actually, that seems like maybe it could have been, but should I just sit in... The theater's pretty empty. Should I just buy a seat next to a stranger? Dude, lots of strangers are coming to see this. Like lots of like solo people. Should I sit behind the handicap? I don't know. I've never been in this theater before. Why did someone get a seat in the front? Oh, these seats, it's probably a dead empty theater. These seats are probably just like out of order. But it's a risk. I could just check the website, acting like I was going to buy another ticket right before the movie, Because I'd want to sit right here, but I guess I'll buy my ticket right here. Admission 1. Is this for Hard Eyes? Hard Eyes. I'm so excited. Next. I'm also very excited to talk about this movie that I saw yesterday. No skip to check out. Continue to check out. Email. Choose payment method. 5312-5700. What I also want to talk about, like, what makes it so. Say this girl never responds to me, and it's going to be a hit to my ego, and it's going to be rejection. It's going to suck. But how come, like, I just have this feeling that I deal with that sort of stuff so shittily. Like, I feel like I'm just, like, totally the worst at dealing with that. Like, is that why I'm going to a movie right now? So I can occupy my mind and not think about it? Like, I don't know. Like, and is that bad to do that? I just don't know. Billing zip code. Continue. Yes, I want to round up to the nearest dollar to support the Boys and Girls Club. Sure. Sign up for emails. No. All right. Congratulations, you got your ticket. Okay, so let's go to here and let's click this. All right, it was not the movie that my coworker thought that it was. This movie is called Flipped. It came out in 2010. Absolutely amazing movie. I mean, when I tell you, like, the writers of this fantastic. I'm going to walk you through the whole movie, and I'm going to also just speak my mind about what I was thinking at certain parts while I walk you through said parts. I just checked my phone. The movie begins with a young boy, a young girl, and two parents moving into a house in a new neighborhood. The boy is the main character. The girl is his sister, and the two parents are their parents. And the boy has this blonde hair, and he's just a cute little boy doing what his dad says. And his dad tells the mom and the sister to go and get the kitchen set up. I think it seems to be that it came out in 2010, but it was set. It seems to be like it's set like back in like the 19 somethings, like 19. I don't even know, like 80s. Like I really can't tell. I'm not a historian or expert, but anyway, these people just moved in, and the little girl in Julia Baker, I think is her name, of the Bakers that live across the street from this family moving into the house. She's all of a sudden like there. She's staring at this boy with blonde hair, dead in the face. They're really little. They're like probably like 10 years old, like 7 years old. I don't know, 8 years old. And they're just little humans. And she's staring at him, and she's like, she wants to help bring the boxes in. And the dad's like, what? Who are you? Like, and also like, you're a girl, so no, and get out of here. He like, in the movie, it's like they drop hints. The dad drops hints to her, but she can't catch a hint. So this whole thing is narrated. The whole movie is narrated. It's narrated either by the inner monologue of the boy or the inner monologue of the girl across the street. The whole movie is the romance between the two. And you can tell by the very first scene that they're in love. Well, she's in love. The whole idea of the movie is she falls first, but he falls harder, which is like, oh, so sweet. She is in love with this boy. They can't get her out of the truck, so he goes out, and then like one thing, and all of a sudden like they're accidentally holding hands, I think. And the mom comes out, and the boy goes and runs and hides behind the mom, and then it like switches over to her perspective of that encounter, and she's narrating it, and it's like she was just curious, whatever. And throughout the movie, so the movie is great because it really highlights how spectacular of a phenomenon love is, because these two both battle within their own minds. Like, as they get older, like she's in love with him for years, right? And then she finally starts to sort of like push him out of her mind, and then he realizes that like she is the most amazing thing to ever happen to him in his life. But like, I don't know. It's like, it's just such a happy movie. Like, it's just an amazing movie. Was that a lame rundown? I didn't really get into it too much. You have to watch it. It's called Flipped. I didn't spoil it. You don't know what happens at the end, but you should watch it. I am pumped up right now. I got a banana in front of me. I want to do this thing. Here's what we'll do. Let's look at what we've got written down here, because we were going to do that hard 100 thing, and then I don't want to say chickened out, but it just didn't happen. I want to keep it separate from my videos. I'm crossing out the whole section that says what I'm supposed to do for my videos, right? I want to do one handwritten to-do list for the day. I want to do no recreational social media. I want to do both of those. I want to do, should I keep 45 plus hours a week at Jersey Mike's? I think that's important to keep. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to drink 3 liters of water every day. I'm going to keep, nope, I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to keep this. It's embarrassing, but I had to brush my teeth on here. I'm not that good at brushing my teeth. I'm going to do, should I keep the time? Or should I let myself wake up and go to bed whenever? Because it's tricky, right? It's tricky. Like, how do you approach this? I've done it before. I think I should keep that. I don't think there's anything wrong with up at 8, sleep at midnight. Yeah. I'm going to keep the food. I shouldn't eat on this podcast. It's not fair to the listener. I'm so sorry, man. But the banana was staring me down. I'm gonna keep these 3, which is roll out my back, read at least 1 page of a book a day, and walk or run at least 1 mile a day. Interesting. That is interesting. I don't know if I should keep that or not. But I am going to keep it. I really wanted to open this up just to cross stuff out. I'm going to cross this out also. I think I can go to gym, but I think I'm just going to get rid of this. So I'm just going to say I have to go to the gym every day and I have to go to the library every day. And then I think I'm going to keep all this stuff too, which is just weekly tasks. And I can cut those out for the week because every day I have to make a to-do list. Should I make a... Do I need a... should I have some sort of board to keep track of everything, you know? Record all spending 1 time each day. Yeah, I think that's important. And then I have clean up my crib every day. I don't know if that's necessarily... Because, that seems to me like... I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of this stuff. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I just got rid of too much. So to rewrite, now if I have a new sheet of paper and say this is tomorrow, I would just have to make sure that I start with a to-do list. To-do list. And I write down all the things that I have to do. And that would just be I got to go what do I start with? What do I start with in the beginning? Make to-do list. Is that cheating? I would want to get all this stuff done before work. Tomorrow I don't have work, so it'd be a good way to try run the whole thing. But I'm sure I could just go to work anyway. You know, I always feel like I can just show up to work. Yeah, I think this is a good plan, a good idea. I'm getting pretty fat, and I'm most excited for what I could possibly look like after 100 days of only eating those 4 items, and the 1 mile every day thing. That could really change me over the course of 100 days, and 45 plus at work. That really, and my back, and also my back exercises. All these things have what it takes to really push me into that direction that I want to be headed. This Lego is so cool, I gotta tell you. It's got this full suspension thing going on for it, and I just love it. It's 641. Did I really start at 6 flat? I don't know. Or was it 550, 555? I have no idea. Is there one person that listens to all these religiously? That'd be so cool. Would I find a person? Do I have a person that I listen to all? No. Nope. Should I start advertising this on my Instagram? Maybe. Do I? Why do I? What do I? When do I? I think that a lot of people would be very interested in the girl storyline, right? It's I think what might be very entertaining to some is oh my God, is he going to send this text? Is he going to get a text back? it's important that I'm not saying names. And I think that's all I really got to do. As long as there's no names, then I think it's okay. Because, yeah, right? 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 Yeah, right. I mean, it's like, I believe in like this direction. I believe the internet is like headed towards this like space, this place where there's not much more anonymity and there's a lot more like leveling of I don't know. I don't know. Like today you have people that have no profile picture and 20 followers. And then you have people that have a full job and career off of making appearances online. And it's like, I'm a big subscriber to the idea that everything always is sort of coming to that level out point. If you really, really zoom out, you can look at the expansion of our universe. Eventually, all particles will be so spread out that there's just nothingness everywhere, and that's sort of like the leveling out of everything, I guess, because now it's like really clustered, right? Like you have like Earth, and then you have like thousands of miles of dead space, and then you have like galaxies, and then you have like, but that's sort of like a temporary state. It's sort of like when you pour boiling water into a tub of freezing cold water, eventually it's going to be room temperature. Same if you pour boiling water into a tub with nothing in it, it's going to eventually get room temperature. Or if you pour freezing water into freezing water, eventually it's just going to get room temperature. You have to acknowledge these laws, like these rules of life. Like eventually, no matter what you do, you're going to end up in the ground. Why did I have to say that? I don't know. That might just like have me go spiral towards like the land of the we're all gonna die, bruh. This is not interesting, bruh. I'm in my work uniform. I'm gonna take a really good shower after this episode. This is so awesome, but also. Yeah, this is so awesome, but also, though, like, I wish that I could be done already. And that's just, like, I think that's good to already be, like, I think when you start something, for me, at least in this point of my life, I think it's kind of a good thing when you begin something to have kind of equal levels of love and hate for it. Like when I started my job at Jersey Mike's, I was like, oh, this is so exciting. I have this good job now, and I get to go to work at it. But also I'd be working it and it'd be like my first or second day. And even though I would have that excitement, I'd also be like, okay, I'm so tired. I just want to go home. I hate this. Right. And I think those two like views kind of balance out into like the version of myself that like is able to just be at the job. Because that's all it's like showing up is showing up is 80% of life. Right. Don't people say that? So I figure like if I just keep showing up online, I'm 80% of the way there. I'm in a good mood right now. I can't believe I said that text. I would really like to see you. I also have a hard time looking after I send it. This is why texts freak me the fuck out, right? Because you write them and you send them, and then like from time to time you read what you wrote, It's like never have I ever. Like when I say something to someone, I feel with my mouth I'm so versed and so like experienced that like it's like making a sandwich at Jersey Mike's. Like I just wrap the thing and put it out the door, like onto the next sandwich. And I think there's like I like that approach. I find comfort in it, right? Because it's like you always have another sandwich to make, so there's no time like the present. But yeah, I guess I always have another text to write, But like I said, very many times have I been the guy that there's text etiquette. There is text etiquette, and I am not versed in that. I have found nothing wrong with like triple, quadruple, quintuple, extendo, like just texting over and over, like throughout days, maybe even like a week, maybe even like a month, even like sending texts to no reply. And I think that I just have to like realize that a no reply like is just a no reply, and I can't really do anything like to understand why. But actually, you know what? I take that back. I think like getting a no reply is better than not sending a text to someone in the first place. I really think that, because I'm not in a position to say like what I'm learning by, saying that I like somebody and not getting a reply back, but I am in a position to say that I'm trying to learn something. How did I start that sentence? Did I say I'm not in a position to learn something? I think I did. I want to end it by saying like at least I can say confidently that I am trying to understand something. And there's nothing wrong with trying to understand something. There's not. I will die on that hill. If you're trying and you're trying your hardest, then you're doing a good job. Just don't stop trying. All the pimps in the crib, ma. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. If it give you attitude, pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. I'm in the Rully on the road and I'm going Sean Dumb and I got the best weed, so you know what's going on. Snoo. Whoop. Snoo. What can I say or sing right now? Oh, break it. Ooh, ah, doo, doo. Fast forward. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kinda odd. No barking from the dogs, no smog. And mama cooked the breakfast with no hog. I got my grub on, but couldn't dig out. Finally got a call from a girl I wanna dig out. So hooked it up for later as I hit the door. Thinking, well, I live another 24. I gotta go cause I got me a drop top. And if I hit the switch, I can make the ass stop. Had to stop at a red light. Looking in my mirror, not a jacker in sight. But everything is alright. I got a beat from Kim, and she can all night. Called up the homies, and I'm asking y'all, which part are y'all playing basketball? Get me on the court, and I'm trouble. Last week, fucked around and got a triple-double. Freaking every way like MJ. I gotta say it was a good day. Ooh, ah, doo, 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 doo. Ooh, ah, doo, 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 doo. That made me want to sing this. In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of guys, they were up to no good, started making trouble in the neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared. She said, "You moving with your aunties and uncle to Bel Air?" I begged and pleaded with her day after day, but she packed my suitcase and sent me on my way. She gave me a kiss and then she gave me a ticket to put my Walkman on. I said I might as well kick it. First class, yo, this is bad. Drinking orange juice out of a champagne glass. Is this what the people in Bel Air live like? Huh, it might be alright. Touched for a cab, dice in the mirror. If anything, I could say that this cab was there, but I thought, nah, forget it. Yo, home to Bel Air. I don't know. That was good though. That was good. There's a moment in that show where like he really does cry real tears. I've heard. Will Smith is a guy. Kanye West. I think about Kanye West. If you guys comment, like, what do you want me to talk? If you guys say what you want me to talk about, I will talk about it. I want to check what the average watch time was for the last episode. I wonder if it was a lot or a little. Axolotl. I found a guy on Instagram Reels that sings like these harmonized songs, like they're the kids' nursery rhymes, basically, and he's really good. He's got this one about axolotls. Axolotl on the stairs, axolotl something over there. Axolotl's not supposed to be there, or something like that. Man, I am totally ready to finish my Lego and go to a movie. Finish my Lego and go to a movie. Finish my Lego and go to a movie. I had Chipotle after work today. It was so good. I love Chipotle. I inhale it like an animal. But I'm really starting to get like fat buildup on my stomach, and like I'm reaching, like, I really think that this Hard 100 thing is like a necessity, because I've got to make some sort of change where like I see how hard it is to get this fat. I don't know. Something's got to happen. Something's got to change, or else I will be Randy from Trailer Park Boys. And like, I'm not going to lie. I'd be okay. Like nothing, it wouldn't be a big deal. I'd be fine. If I was Randy for the rest of my life, like it wouldn't be a big deal. I'm serious. It wouldn't, like, it would be okay. But you got to understand, I don't know. Like, I think I'd be more okay if I wasn't Randy. If you catch me, if you feel me. This has been a really great episode, I think. This is the earliest episode that I've ever filmed, where it's just me going for an hour, I think. And tomorrow, I'm going to try and get it out even earlier. I'd like to do it right when I wake up. I think that would be a really good idea, a really good thing for me to do, because when I just think let's answer this for the last like 5 or 6 minutes. Why is it important for me to wake up early and go to bed early? Because as people, we kind of have to find our own reasons for the things that we do internally. And I can certainly do that. I can create reasons for anything. My friend Sam says I couldn't kill him if I wanted to. And I say I could. And he said you couldn't. And it's interesting. That's a really interesting thing that we have going back and forth. We've been saying that the past couple of days. Like, he's like, you couldn't kill me if you wanted to. And I said, I could kill you if I wanted to. And it shows like the differences in like our psychologies, our ethics, or like how we think, right? Because I think we'd both agree that I'm not going to kill him. But I don't know. Like, how can I agree that I'm not going to kill him? Like, what if I kill him? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to kill my best friend Sam, and for that matter, I'm not going to ever commit murder. Like, why would I ever take someone's life away? Like, that's a value that I've built upon years and years and years. Like, it's right alongside, the value of my name is Jack. Like, if we were in this world of like no real facts, then like you can kind of compare me believing that I will not ever murder someone to me believing that I am a male. I have a penis. Like, these are just like things that like. But when you get to the word, like, if you wanted to, like, I don't know, how does he say it? I could call him. I'm going to call him. We're going to have a call in. See what he says. He's right in the other room, but I don't want to yell, and he's working too. This is fun.
Hello?
Hey, you're live on air. I want to know what, the past couple of days you've been saying, like, I couldn't kill you if I wanted to. How do you say that?
Like, why do I say that?
No, how? Like, what's your wording?
Oh, I mean, I think that's exactly what I said. Like, even though you think that, like, you have the physical ability, like, oh, I can pick up this gun, or I can pick up a knife and stab you, you could never make yourself do that. So it's like, can you say that you would do that, or you can do that?
Huh. Okay, bye. Thanks.
Bye.
I'm not sure I did a great job listening there. But he did say I could never make myself do that. And that is where I think I really disagree. What do you mean I could not make myself do that? I think anyone can make themselves do anything short of, like, devouring a black hole. But could they, though? I think that there are certainly crackheads on the street who are, like, trying to make themselves be rich. You know what I'm saying? But I also think that, like, there are rich people on the street that try to make themselves rich, you know, over time. And, like, that's what happens. But, like, it's funny how, I guess it's the context and the content of what you do when you try. You know? And I don't know, like he's right. Where do we both agree here? And is that what we want to find? Like, do we want to find the intersection of agreements, or do we want to just continue to debate endlessly? I don't know. You have to ask him. I'm only 50% of this, you know? I think that a lot of times, see, okay, let's finish this episode off with my thoughts on this text that still has no response. I said I'd really like to see you. I think that it's pretty likely I'm not going to get a response. So right now I want to be like, okay, forget about it. Don't text her ever again, and just do your best not to think about her. And I think I get why that's my response, because, like, I've just been rejected, and that's, or at least it feels like I've been as of this moment. Like, I've been denied, or like I put myself on the line, and I don't know, really. I don't know. We'll see what I have to say tomorrow in tomorrow's episode. For now, I'm going to build my Lego and watch a movie. This has been Keeping It Real, episode 47? What are we on here? Yeah, episode 47. And I'm your host, jackkadis. A few announcements before I go. I'm always looking for guests. I live at 1911 Wolf Tech Lane, and I'd also be open to travel to you. I do one of these every day. They're an hour each. I have 2 mics. I have 2 cameras, and I would love to have you on for this hour. I'm also looking for sponsors. I'm looking in the next year, I will be partnered with YouTube, it looks like, if trends continue, and that will enable the option to become a member of this channel and support me with a monthly subscription. And that is something that I will probably encourage you to do if you are a frequent watcher, because the more I do this, I think the better. And money just simply would enable me to continue doing this. It's just like that blunt. What else? I made an album. It might be on Spotify by now, I'm not sure. But I'm going to make another one. Super fun stuff. But that's not like announcement worthy. Yeah, I think I'm going to start posting these links on Instagram. So if you're someone that watches every one of these, maybe get prepared for like a 10-person boost in people that watch these. I know it's always a good feeling to feel like the things that you enjoy, other people enjoy. So if you enjoy this, I'm doing my best to bring as many people like you to you so that you can feel part of a community, because at the end of the day, that's the whole reason that I started this sort of thing. And that's the whole reason that I think people wake up in the morning and do what it is they do, because they know that they have a group of people that they associate with. All right, with that, this has been episode 47. I'll see you tomorrow.